Baldomero, thanks for inviting us to your studio. It's really great to have you on the show.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Can you walk us through kind of a step-by-step of how you get a great shot?
For me, usually it starts with finding, the subject, whatever the subject is. If it's a person, finding a place, a location that will help sort of bring the subject out, give it a story, all these things sort of put together and keep adding to it. If it's a location itself that I'm shooting, the time of day, it all has to do with the staging of the photograph, even if it's a found something you walk upon. It's all about the staging of it and sort of how you present it the right way. Maybe if that's framing it or waiting for the right time of day, or bringing the light to it that it needs to really give it the mood that you think it should have.
So in that regard, what do you think a viewer could learn in terms of improving their own portraiture from that approach?
Just to be really deliberate about what they do in portraiture, I think, for the most part. Portraiture is something that is really sort of deliberate, and you set it up, and even if it feels and looks very natural and not thought out, it's all very deliberate. Everything placed in a certain way, framed a certain way, lit a certain way or not lit a certain way to get that mood. But you want it to feel effortless, I think.
Yeah.
Even though you've put in quite a bit of work into it.
And how do you draw the kinds of emotions that you're looking for from your subjects?
A big part of that is the staging and the lighting. You put them in a mood and in a scene, and there's a lot of information there that sort of puts them in a mood that I want. I tend not to give a lot of direction either, unless someone's feeling really stiff, in which case you try and relax them or whatnot. But for the most part, the environment sort of brings out a lot in the model.
What are some tips for getting good lighting?
I guess my tip would be just to make things look easy and natural and not forced.
And so keep the lighting simple.
I say generally keep the lighting simple. Yeah. Using one light really helps, and I've done a lot of shoots where I have just one light source. But even when I'm using a lot of lights, I try and make it look like there's only one light.
So Baldomero, I really love that concept of telling a story. Do you plan it out ahead of time, or how do you approach that?
Usually I do plan it out ahead of time. Every once in a while you just walk upon a scene and the story's there, and you have the luck of being there at the right time. You just shoot it. Yeah. But usually I do plan it out ahead of time.
Okay, what would people be surprised to know about you as a photographer?
That sometimes I just bring one camera and one lens, and that's it. I keep it really simple sometimes. Other times I'll bring a few trucks full of equipment, but usually if I have my way, I just like to bring a camera and one lens, and that's it. Just keep it extremely simple.
Gotcha. Okay, any final advice for our viewers who just want to get better shots?
I guess my best advice would be just to keep shooting. That's the only thing you can do to become better and get better shots, to keep shooting and look at what you did and be really objective about what you've done, and be able to say, this is the only good shot I took, not all of these. Just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over, and you'll get better always. I mean, just keep photographing, I think, is the only thing you can do.
Baldomero, thanks for joining us on the show and for giving us an inside look into your world.
Thank you.
Be sure to subscribe to our blog now to stay updated on my show, and we'll give you tips and insight to keep advancing your photography. Also, check out our guests' website for a closer look at their work. Tune in to our next episode of Advancing Your Photography for an inside look at another photographer's world. Until then, this is Marc Silber reminding you to get out and capture your own images of life.